There is something far greater than motivation, far greater than discipline. In this video, we're going to talk about the fastest way that you can create what you want in your life. My name is Warren Barnes, taking what I learned as a professional sportsman and my passion for spiritual development and inner work and combining the two to create a balanced and more conscious way of life. The secret to creating what you want in your life is simply devotion. Devotion is the art of fully 100% committing your entire self to some task or bringing some skill set into your life. This means physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Think of it like the combination of working harder and working smarter. It's the physical and the spiritual. You want to be able to work harder without burning out and working smarter whilst actually being productive and getting the job done. Everybody wants to create some form of change in their life. We're always wanting to get better, to improve, bring some skill set in. But motivation can actually be a very hard place to start because trying to become motivated in the first place will actually stop us from making our first steps. And discipline is an amazing place to start. But with just pure action, the only road that leads to is some form of burnout, which will take more motivation and more discipline away from whatever you are doing. So how do we actually bring devotion into our life? There is a technique called visualization. Now, visualization is nothing new. It has been around for a long, long time. But there are some amazing people that have actually devoted a lot of their time, a lot of their life to understanding different techniques and meditations and visualizations. Thinking of Deepak Chopra and Joe Dispenza, for example. Now, Joe Dispenza would say that when you create a visualization, a clear, intentional visualization, your physical body does not know the difference between your visualization and your real world experience that you are having. So from these people who are such a scientific background, looking at the world on a cellular level, seeing how the cells in your DNA change, they can see that when you create a visualization, your actual cells start to change to whatever that visualization was. So in this technique, we're going to use visualization to create what we want in our life. First off, find a quiet place. You don't have to close your eyes. You don't have to feel like you're really meditating. This can literally be done in a couple of minutes. But create a clear visualization of the thing that you want in your life. Let's take an example. You are wanting to, let's say, be a great guitarist. Why not the best guitarist? You want to be an amazing musician and the best guitarist that there is. So we're going to sit down and create a visualization of seeing exactly how we look like as the greatest guitarist that there is. We want to use our minds, our emotions, physical and spiritual being, our entire being to be devoted. Visualization creates a very, very clear mental picture. We want to be able to see what it is like to actually be the best guitarist. And once we have that clear picture, we want to then bring emotions into it. We want to enhance that visualization. By bringing feelings in, we can do examples like visualize yourself as the greatest guitarist going back home, going and seeing your parents, maybe going to see friends, family, whatever it is. And how do they react to you now that you are the best guitarist? How does it feel to actually walk in the shoes of the best guitarist that there is? That is what you want to do to enhance this visualization. create the clearest picture, colors, textures. See the clearest visualization of you being the greatest guitarist, and then combine it with emotions and feelings. What does it feel like to actually be that person? Now we move on to the physical. The physical is always going to be about action, because we need to be able to take action upon the creative visualization that we made. We are taking that, the working smarter and the working harder. We want to be able to use the discipline and the motivation, because devotion takes it to that whole nother level where you're not trying to think about being that person, because you are that person. You're bringing everything together. And the way you tie that in is action. So now what does that clear visualization and that clear feeling, what does that tell you about the actions that you need to take place to be the best guitarist that there is? What type of trainings does this person do? How many times are they practicing to be a guitarist? What about the little things? Maybe this person always has a guitar on them. No matter where he or she goes, there's always a guitar there. And if they can't put a guitar with them, maybe they've got a ukulele, something small that they can fit in their backpack. These are the things that we need to start to know, because these are the actions that you can start to take place. If you just thought for a second, take one of your favorite musicians and you took their life and compared it to yours. What are the differences that they are doing that got them to where they are, that you need to be doing to get to that point? Those are the types of physical actions and changes that we need to bring, because those changes start to create and start to mold everything together. You have now a clear visualization, the clear feeling of being that person, and all the actions needed to take place that you are now going to do. Once you have all of these things, you have clearly and successfully devoted yourself to that task. You're essentially bringing your whole being into that skill. And when you get to that point, you will never need to worry about motivation or discipline, because that task, that skill, that person that you're wanting to become, you will become, or you will attract that thing, because it will have no option. That is why devotion is one of the most powerful tools that we all should start learning to use and create the life that we want. If you've loved this video, please hit the like button. If you want more of this type of content, think about hitting the subscribe button, because there's going to be plenty more coming your way.